Hey guys, One Awesome Edge here. Doing another video here. This one's going to talk more about the build and what I'm kind of trying to accomplish. So, last video I talked about how things goes really slowly. I've been working on this thing since about 9 o'clock, and now it's almost 11 o'clock, and I've only really gotten a small amount of things done as usual. What I've got done is I put a layer of plastic over this section, the partition, and I took this piece off, which was up there previously, because I wanted to, this part right here, I'll show you, was it's way too low. So I had to stick a screw in to keep the thing above. Where's the hole? Right there. To keep the Luan panel above it so that I could open the door properly. And I thought, you know, I could try to Mickey Mouse this, but I figured I'm just going to bash the foam in it a bit so I could do it properly. And actually it moved pretty easily. I didn't really have to hit it with a hammer or anything like that, so that was good. So then I put that big piece in, took that piece off, and the only thing I've ever done besides that is I put this little piece in right here, this little 1/4-inch piece of wood with a little, call that an L bracket kind of thing, because I don't have any wood under this foam. Well, I do, but it's 2 inches below it. And I need to screw in the Luan onto something. I've got these two pieces, but nothing at the top. It's kind of didn't really think that through when I was doing it. So I decided to put that there so I'd have something to screw it to. And I took this piece of plastic up here, taped it up loosely, and then I'll, tomorrow I'm going to do this section like that one, and that way have this partition completely done. With any luck, I'll be able to put the Luan over top of it, and that'll be done. But I still have got a lot of things to do, like, see these little foam bits? I just wedge these in there, and I need to fix that properly because there's lots of air gaps. So, I'll fix that all up. So this foam, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's R10, 2 inches thick. It's good quality. I actually got a really good deal on it. I bought 20 pieces. They're 2 foot by 4 foot long and 2 inches thick, and it cost me $5 each. So I bought 20 pieces. Maybe it's right here. Pick it up with one hand, but I mean, they're kind of dirty and a little bit gross. But once they're dry, and once they're in the van and under the Luan, you won't be able to see it or smell it or anything. And way cheaper than Home Depot. Home Depot was like $33 for the equivalent. And keep in mind, I'm up in Canada, so everything's more expensive here. But basically that was going to be the major expense, is buying insulation. And instead of spending $300, I spent $100. So I was happy with that. What else can I say? The door, I'm not really that happy with the door. When I'm done, I'm probably going to take the door off and redo it. It's not exactly straight. It closes, but you can see in the bottom there, this part edges out a bit. You have to actually, there's some tension there. That's just because the wood is not put in straight. It's a 2-inch thick door with 1/2-inch plywood on this side, and then the foam insulation, and then Luan on the other side. And then of course that opens up into the driver area. So in this section, I guess I'll tell you a little bit about what the plan with the van is, and if you have any advice or tips, I'm open-minded to that. My plan is to I have bought a Olympian Wave 3 heater, and I'm going to stick it right into that thing. And it says 18 inches above it for clearance. I got about 17. I think that'll be okay. And then I'm gonna put the propane tank right in this section. I hope it fits. It needs to be 20 inches tall, and I think it's gonna just barely fit. And 20 inches tall, I'm gonna make a vented propane box out of 1/2 inch or maybe even 3/4 inch plywood. Seal it up and then use gasket tape so that when I open it and close it, it'll be airtight. And then drill a hole through the floor about 1 inch in diameter, or in circumference I should say, and to the bottom of the van, right through so I can see daylight. And that will enable, propane is heavier than air, so if there is a leak, it'll just leak right outside of the bottom of the van. I'm also going to have like multiple detectors, gas detectors, propane detector, carbon monoxide, fire detector, smoke detector I should say, and I'm going to have all that like that. So hopefully that'll work well. It'll be all sealed up and bolted down safely. Well, here's the fuel what do you call that, fuel pipe area. That's where I'm going to put the toilet, I hope. And I'm hoping just to be able to build a box over like this, and then have a short bucket, maybe one of the, like maybe this one right here actually that I'm keeping my tools in. It's like a half size, maybe it's a 2.5 gallon bucket, and build a little box there and put that bucket on the top so that I have clearance, and then leave the empty space in the bottom, maybe like a little hinged door thing is where I can put the extra toilet paper and stuff. So that's my idea there. I'm gonna probably, you know, since I'm doing everything else with insulation, I'm probably gonna put insulation on that thing too, but see how it looks. And I don't know, I might even just go with 1 inch insulation on that part, because I don't really want it to be taking up half the van space. Interesting that this roof right now is got condensation. I've been in this thing for 2 hours. Of course it's raining again, but this doesn't have any condensation on it. It's dry. So condensation does collect on the ceiling and the roof. First I didn't really want to put a vent on the top, like what do you call those, air vents, bubble vent, like a fantastic fan but without the fantastic part. But I think I'm going to now, because I can see that it's going to be necessary, even though I really don't want to, because it rains here so much and I'm paranoid about getting a leak. I don't really have a choice. I got some cardboard in the windows to prevent light from getting through to the outside. I do have tinted windows on that side that came like that with the van, so it's probably a little bit of light getting through. The story with all the stuff in the van is that I have to do everything stealthily, even the build stealthily. So everything that I'm using to build the van with is in the van. Means that I don't have a shop, I don't have anywhere to put all this stuff, so it has to stay in here with me. And it means that a number of things. I can't really, I can only buy so many materials at once and build with it, reuse it, and then move on to the next thing. It also means that every once in a while, like every 2-3 weeks or a month, I gotta clean the floor, because all this stuff gets really messy all over the floor. So I gotta take all this stuff out, organize it, and clean the floor. And actually that's a good thing to do, because I get rid of a lot of stuff I'm totally not using. And this is all the waste material. I'm hoping to use this foam, well, I will use the foam, and stuff the cracks up there between where the ceiling area is, and put insulation in there, because especially the ceiling, that's where you're going to lose a lot of heat, is in the ceiling, so you want to definitely have it there. There's also areas under the bottom, can't see it on that side, over here, underneath this part, same thing, I'm going to put it under there too. Anyway, coming up to 10 minutes now, so I think I'm going to cut it short there, and a few ideas of what I'm doing. There's lots more to talk about. I got lots of different ideas, and as I said in the comments, somebody was asking about the installation and stuff, and there's only 51 inches from this top of the roof to the floor. So that's not very much height, but I'm sitting down right now. I'm 6 foot tall, 5'11" and a half, 6 foot tall, and because I have bad posture, I can sit perfectly. And if I sat right up tall, my head would be almost touching the ceiling. I'm about a centimeter, half an inch away right now, so barely works. So anyway, take care, guys, and catch you next time.